Hello guys and welcome to Savannah Essence. Your girl is in a pickle. Today we are testing out 4 different fragrances. Let me just tell you this was not supposed to be recorded. I started making this soap and I remember that I received these fragrance oils and I said, you know what, let me test them out. Such a silly idea, because usually when you are testing out fragrances you use very small amount test, but I'd already made about 3 kg of soap. So this is it. Let's go. So we are starting off with this one. The first one we are starting off, is it what's the name of it? Let me check the name properly before I say something that is not. So we are starting with a lemon fragrance. Lemon tend to not work really well with CP soap or cold processed soaps, so I am a bit skeptical, but I hope this works. I got these fragrances from a company called Macrite Group, Ghana Limited. They say they are high quality. They deal in high quality flavors, fragrances, colors, and chemicals, and they do distribution, wholesale, and then retail, and they have a number of branches across the country here in Ghana. So the lemon fragrance, one accelerates trace. The trace quickly thickened up so fast. Not too bad. At least we can work with it. And to be honest with you, it's not too bad for a fragrance, a lemon fragrance. So when it comes to trace, that's what it does. It thickens fast. We'll check and see whether it discolors or whether it causes separation or any other thing. But for now, not too bad. If I speed it up, I could work with that. So that's the lemon fragrance. The company, the fragrance oils, they don't have a usage rate. So when I asked, they did not have a usage rate. This is called M style. I think it's Macrite style. So the M is Macrite. I think it's a proprietary fragrance basically for the company. So I am using 4% of the total batch of this the soap. So I'm using 4% as just to be safe. Maximum usually soaps have a maximum usage rate on average of 5%. So but I don't know for this one, so I'm just trying to leave it at 4%. Unfortunately, the Macrite accelerates trace so fast. It's not even funny. Like look at this. It's thickened up the soap. This is not really fast paced. This is real time. I just forwarded this video just a little bit, but this is real time. And look, it's just seized the soap right now. The soap has seized. It's thickened. It's become a block. Like if I'm not fast, this thing, what it will turn into, you will not like it. So that's the Macrite. And to be honest with you, this fragrance smells so nice. I was really having high expectations for it, but unfortunately this is what happened to it. So that means that we would have to be shelving this. So this is this test. Like I said, this was not really a video that I wanted to make, but I wanted to test out the fragrances. And sometimes also I think that as creators we need to be contributing to the businesses that we partner with. So this is a fragrance company that I'm more likely going to be using, because they are here, they are in Ghana. I buy my fragrances all the way in the US, and the exchange rate these days is too much. So I've really been looking for fragrance oils here in Ghana. So I just said, you know what, let me pick up my tripod and then pick up this other small phone that I have and record this video and share it, especially for the Ghanaian formulators who follow me, and also maybe share it with the company so that in future if somebody asks, they'll know the kinds of answers to give to the person. This one is called Chinese Tea Deluxe. So this is Chinese Tea Deluxe. So this is the third fragrance that I actually purchased. They do a lot of wholesale, so the minimum quantity they sell is 500 grams. It's 500 mls. And so if you want to buy fragrance from them, you should be buying in bulk. That's basically what they do. So this is the Chinese Deluxe. Chinese Deluxe is a slow acceleration fragrance. Can you imagine that? It slows down acceleration. It does not quicken fasten trace. It slows down acceleration, and you'll see it. And even in the pour, you can see this is still a smooth, mild, light soap. And I really took a lot of time here because I had to take out the soap all around the buckets and stuff like that. And look at it. It's not thickened, it's not done anything, it's still the same. Even if I'm being honest, it's actually become a bit lighter. And for soap makers, this is what we are looking out for. It's not every soap maker who is looking for a fragrance that does not accelerate or that slows down trace, but generally that's what I look out for because of the kinds of oils that I use in making my soap. My oils are fast saponification oils. They saponify fast, so I usually need a fragrance that will sort of like slow it down a little bit and give me that workspace that I need, and this did that for me. So the Chinese Deluxe, if you're a cold process soap maker, I'll highly recommend that, and it smells really good as well, so you can go for that one. Out of the three so far, that's so far my fragrance that I will be repurchasing in large quantities. So that's that one also, and then we will go to the last one. So this is quite nice and really good, and I like it. The last one is Flower Deluxe. The Flower Deluxe was given to me as a sample because I wanted some other samples, and the salesperson was generous enough to give me a small sample. I think it's not even up to 50 grams, very small, yes. But that's also it, and I am also going to test it out in the small soap sample to see how it works. So that is our Flower Deluxe, and as I'm mixing it in, it's also easy to work with. I noticed that it is also thickening up really fast, and so I had to pour it out immediately. I didn't really want any issues with that, but as compared to the first two, that's not that bad. I can work around this as well. And then the small leftover, I poured it in the lemon soap. So these are the three different fragrances that I've used so far, or let's say the 4 different fragrances that I've used so far. And this is the outcome of each block of soap. Okay, the first blue one is the lemon that we used, the second one is the Chinese tea, and then the third one is our Macrite Deluxe. So this is our Chinese tea soap. It's good. It's still very soft, you can imagine. And look at the flour up there that I added to the lemon, and it's thickened up. It's so thick, even passing the spoon through it is not a joke. And then our final one, Deluxe, has separated. The fragrance has separated. Oh, there's a separation. This is what we have, you can imagine. So that's what a fragrance oil can do to your soap. If you do not test them out, you will run into a lot of losses, especially if you're a business person. Fortunately for me, when it comes to soap troubleshooting, I think I do pretty well over here. So let me do a soap making 101. If you have a soap that is separated and you put your spoon through it and you realize that it is gelling, what that means is that the soap hasn't thickened up. It's heated so much that it's become soft. Look for a bowl like I have just done. Pour your soap from the mold inside the bowl. Stir it vigorously. Do not use a stick blender. Use your hand. Stir it vigorously because at this stage it is gelling. That means it is remelting. Gelling means it is remelting. You want to do this to ensure that your oils that have separated and your fragrances that have separated, they reabsorb into the soap. So that is what you will do at this point. So it's more or less like making a hot processed soap. You get it? And then everything absorbs. So soap making troubleshoots number 1 or 101, when you have a separation and you realize that your soap is heating up and is gelling, sometimes your soap the oils will reabsorb, but most of the time they don't, especially with the quantum of separation that we saw here, if you don't rebadge it or right now as the soap is hot, you will lose everything. And so, because that's the soap you cannot use, you don't know what else are separated apart from the fragrances. You don't know if the oils also even in the soap have separated, and you don't want to sell heavy soaps. So that's what you do. You pour it into a bowl, and as it gels, it cools down. At this point, it's cooled down, it's easy, it's soft. I can pour it back into my mold and there will be no separation again. So that's troubleshooting 101. So usually the confidence with which I make large quantities while testing fragrances is because if the soap batter itself is good, then I'm sure I can figure the rest out. No matter what happens, we'll be able to fix it. And then if you have a soap that is overly thickened, you just pour in the fragrance and it just seized on you. Don't worry. Look for a plastic foil or an aluminium foil. Cover the soap up, get a napkin, cover it up, let it heat up. Once it heats up, the soap will heat up. It's just a normal process of soap making. Once it heats up, it will gel like this. Then you stir it up. You just need a space where you can accumulate the heat that the soap itself is generating. Although it's taken and become a block, it will heat because it's part of the chemical reaction. It will heat up, and you need to be able to contain all that heat and then use that heat to reformulate the soap. So that's how we troubleshooted this soap, and it worked out quite good. So that is it. I will be sharing I might share this video with the soap the fragrance company just for future sake, because I did ask if there was a maximum usage rate, and they said that it's up to you, the formulator, which is not recommended. Every fragrance oil has a maximum and a minimum usage rates. You should have safety data sheets for each fragrance oil that tells you how safe, the maximum rate at which you use the fragrance that will make it safe or unsafe. Is it good for babies? Is it good for pregnant women? Every single fragrance company should know this or should have this. And for me, because I sell to a lot of people, the first time I made soap a couple of years back. I sold it to a customer in the UK. And in the UK, you need all these things. You need allergy reports. You need all these things. And I was not like, why am I the one supposed to provide these things? But she needs those ones to be able to get a certification to even sell her soap in the UK. So if I make a soap like this with this kind of fragrance and give to the person, I can't tell the person that, we do not have those documentations. Then that means she can't sell them. So sometimes we need to do better. But anyway, so this is the first soap, the one that is the Chinese tea Deluxe, and it's still so soft. I told you the fragrance decelerates trace. The soap is still so soft when I molded it. So that's how that fragrance is. The color for that soap stayed perfectly the same, so that's really good. This is the second one. This is the lemon soap, and that also has thickened up and that has solidified quite nicely. The top part is the what's the name of it, the Flower Deluxe, and then the base is the lemon. So all those fragrances are also quite okay. If you can work your way around them, that's also fine. That's not bad. Then the third one is of course our Macrite Deluxe, and that's, we will have to find a way of using that in some other products, not in cold process soap making. But so these are the three soaps. So we've already spoken about trace. Let's talk about color. So the Chinese tea does not discolor. The lemon usually discolors, but for this soap it doesn't discolor. I realized that it gives it a little tan, just small, not much, so a little browny tan, but that's not too much. Unfortunately for the Macrite Deluxe, because we hot processed it, of course we will not be able to get the original color, but it still looks like that also does not discolor your soap. So that's another thing, because if it did, it would have become overly brown. We would have seen it, so that's fine. Now let's look at the cuts for each one of them. I'm starting off with the lemon soap mixed a little bit with the flour Deluxe, and this is how they look. Like I said, it doesn't discolor, gives just a little bit of tan, not too much. I think it still retains the original color of the soap. And then also the cut is easy. It solidifies, it thickens quite fast, and it solidifies, so cuts is easy. It's not a soft bar of soap, so that's quite good for this one. Then we'll also do the cuts for the rest of them. At this point, let me say that I'll be starting a soap making course in August of that's next month. So we will host it on a platform, not on YouTube, and so we are putting in the final touches for that course, because a lot of times a lot of you come to our inbox to ask if we teach soap making courses, and unfortunately I'm not able to do that. So I came up to the team and I decided to create something so that we could meet that demand in that market. So if you are interested in it, I'll leave a Google Sheets down below. You sign up, the first people who will sign up, or you just add your details so that when the course is ready you can be informed. And also there's a discount for people who sign up, and so is it just a short form. It's just your name, your how to get in contact with you, and also the country where you are coming from. That course is going to be packed with every information, every single detailed information that you will need. It's a beginner course, but it still has some advanced features to it, and you will really enjoy it. It will give you value for money, and it really will. I'm really quite good with how the course is coming out, and so this is a call to you guys. Kindly fill in the details in the link below. You are likely to get a discount as high as 50% of the course, and I think that would really give you a leeway, and you will also enjoy it. It will teach you the basics, oil properties, every single thing. We will also have free recipes. I'm thinking of curating about 10 to 20 free recipes. I mean, you will love it. So that's it. So these are our 3 soaps. They look not bad. Macrite group, you might have just gotten a new customer. Not bad, but I would like to mix and match the fragrances. Yeah, that's what I do, because I don't they smell good, but they smell like something that I know. Okay, let me leave it there, but okay. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're in Ghana, I'll leave the Macrite group details down below if you want to purchase any of their products or you want to contact them. They say on their website they sell high quality flavors, fragrances, colors and chemicals, so for cosmetic formulation. So you can contact them for that. And this is how we test fragrance oils. Kindly always start with smaller batches. Don't do like I do. Do small batches, do like 100 grams and test your fragrance to see how it works before you can proceed to make larger batches. And also make sure you always test your fragrances before you start bulk production. So these soaps, I cannot sell them. I have to keep them for some time because I need to use these soaps in the shower to see whether there's any irritation or anything like that. It's really a lot of testing before you can even think of selling these soaps. That's the error that I made, but I have to do those tests so that my customers are safe. So thank you very much for watching this video. This really has been a trial. I didn't come out to shoot this, and you could see that you could see my tripod in the video all along. Thank you very much. If you've watched to this level, I really appreciate it. God bless you, and I'll see you again in our next video. And for Macrite group, these are my findings from your fragrances that I used. I hope they help you in a way to maybe give more information to your customers in future so that it will help them. Thank you very much, and then God bless. Bye bye.